I'm Dr. Angela McBrady of DoctorFlute.com, and today's flute tip is how to stop the flute bobble by finding the correct hand position. Sometimes when you're playing a high C sharp and you feel like you can't hold on to the flute, it's because you don't have the correct hand positions. And one of the places where you need to check to see if you're holding your flute properly is on your left hand. In between your second knuckle here and your first knuckle, there is a shelf that holds your flute. And if you just take your finger and you run your finger down between those two, you can feel an indentation. This knuckle is bigger than this one. And what I want to have happen is that when I put my flute, if this was my flute, I'm going to bring it down and then, oh, right there is the shelf. And my flute is just going to rest there. I don't take my hand and put it underneath. I'm not holding up the flute that way. It's just resting gently on top of that knuckle. If you have it right there, you're going to be able to hold your flute up. Now, sometimes on my younger students, I will run my finger down their hand and I will say, right there's that shelf. And then they know exactly where to put it. So you want to do that. Just find your own shelf. And then what you're going to do is put your flute up and then take your hand, put it on this second knuckle in between your first and second keys here. And then you're just going to bring it up until you feel the flute hit that shelf. And when you know it's there, you're going to hold up your flute. And then you can play your C sharp and not have any problems. Another thing to check is just to make sure you have your 4 balance points. When you're playing, if I were just to play a C sharp, what I have from above is my E flat pinky. What I have holding it up from below is my thumb. So you have to make sure your thumb isn't out too far or back too far, because then you're not going to be nicely balanced that way. When coming from this direction, I have that shelf. That is the place that holds my flute. And then coming out towards you is the flute on my lip. Now I don't want to have a lot of pressure. I'm not pressing that against my lip. It's all very loose. I can pull it away very easily. But those are your 4 balance points. And if you have it on that shelf, you can play any note and not have a bobble. That's today's flute tip. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment below, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel.